Hi, YouTube family. Lisa A. Romano here, the life coach. And today I want to talk about something that's really important as well. Everything I talk about, in my opinion, is important. But today I want to talk about trust and when we should walk away, or what are some of the telltale signs that we have really gotten into a dangerous zone when it comes to trust. In my practice, what I've noticed is that a lot of people struggle with trusting their feelings when it comes to trusting other people or not trusting other people. For instance, I've had a number of clients throughout the year who have said, I don't trust him or I don't trust her, and I'm struggling with that. And a miraculous thing happens when a client begins to, or any being begins to trust that they no longer trust someone. Now, let's talk about some particulars. So let's say that I'm married and up until, I don't know, 5, 6, 7 years into my marriage, I believed that I could trust my husband. And let's just happen to say that something happens in our experience, whether it's cheating or he begins having an emotional affair with someone, and I discover it. At that point, I no longer trust him. And what I have to decide for myself is, can I go on in this relationship with this person knowing that I don't trust him? Now, the kind of person that I am, I can't do that. If I can't trust you, then I can't wake up next to you every day. I just can't do that. I can't do that because I need to be in balance and I need to feel no anxiety in relation to a relationship. So in other words, when trust is broken and I now have to worry, or I am now finding myself worrying that, whenever you walk out the door, I no longer know what you're going to do or who you're going to be with or what's going to happen next. Before me finding out about this incident that happened, I didn't have that anxiety. But now that I have those anxieties, and now it's in my head that I can't trust you, now I can't be with you anymore because I can't live in that zone. And so for me, that's how I look at trust in terms of a relationship and when someone violates that boundary. For some other people, it might be, he told me he wasn't going to drink anymore, and I found out that after work he does drink. He told me, or she told me, she wasn't going to smoke pot anymore, and I'm finding out that she's having a joint or he's having a joint every day before he leaves the house. And he told me he wasn't. So when someone violates your trust, it's so important that you understand that they violated your trust, and now you no longer trust that person. I hope I'm making myself clear, because a lot of people don't trust the fact that they no longer trust the person who broke their trust. So the goal, dear ones, is really to come into alignment with what feels right in your body. What is your being trying to tell you? If you're married to Joe and Joe promised you that he wasn't going to drink anymore, or if you discovered that Joe is still hanging out with an ex and he lied to you, that trust is broken. And then what you do is you use that distrust that you feel as guidance. Joe, I no longer trust you. I want to, but I don't. And now I need to make a decision about that. Joe Schmo is going to try to talk you out of not trusting him. You're crazy. I wasn't doing anything with her. And what will happen is, when you're in a situation like that where someone does something and they break your trust and you confront them, very common for them to try to talk you out of not trusting them. Very common to try to talk you out of not trusting them. And so the goal becomes for them to try to get you to distrust the fact that you no longer trust them. Very slippery slope. So the purpose of this recording is to help any of you out there who are struggling with trust to understand that if you don't trust someone because they violated a boundary, you have a right to honor that feeling of distrust. At that point, we want to incorporate what I call the 1, 2, 3 process. So we need to accept that you no longer trust Joe Schmo. Trust that you trust those feelings. Trust that those feelings are trying to tell you something. They're trying to keep you safe. See, if you trust him again and he breaks your trust, you're going to be disappointed again. So your guidance system is on point. It's trying to tell you, dear one, he's not trustworthy. Don't give him your trust. Don't give her your trust. So the 1, 2, 3 process works beautifully, except that you don't trust Joe Schmo or Susie Q. Trust that you don't trust. Trust that you don't trust Susie Q or Joe Schmo. Trust it. Trust those feelings of distrust. Trust them, honor them, love them, dear one. That's your guidance. Then, number 3, very, very important, decide what you want to do about it. That's the money aspect of this 1, 2, 3 process. That's where things happen. That's where you get to create your own reality. So, do you want to go into counseling? Do you want Joe Schmo to leave the house for a while? Do you want Susie Q to stop texting you and calling you? Do you want to end the relationship? You have to decide what you want to do at that point. But most importantly, learn to trust when you no longer trust. Namaste. I would like you to check out my stuff at www.healingselfesteem.com. Also, www.adultchildofalcoholiclifecoach.com, where there are free downloads. Please also check out my stuff at audible.com. They will actually allow you to download my books for free if you sign up for a free trial, which is kind of cool. I think that's awesome. So I really don't know the particulars, but I know that if you sign up with audible.com, they will allow you to get an audiobook for free. So I have currently 4 audiobooks for free available there right now. I look forward to hearing from you. Keep your questions coming. Bye.